Hey, what's going on, guys? Willis here. We're back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about a new action RPG called Punishing Gray Raven. Now, we've actually covered this game a bit on our channel in the past. Before we jump into today's video as well, if you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and go join my Discord. I know a lot of people over on the Discord are actually playing Punishing Gray Raven as well. So yeah, in this video, we're going to be going over the new events, story, and pretty much the other exciting game features of Punishing Gray Raven. So yeah, once again, thanks to Punishing Gray Raven for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to check out Punishing Gray Raven, there'll be links in the video description. So guys, Punishing Gray Raven is a beautiful 3D post-apocalyptic and sci-fi action RPG game with a dark cyberpunk anime style. The plot pretty much revolves around humanity's fight against a viral outbreak that infects both humans and machines. Infected machines are basically designed to destroy everything in their path, so you as the player are pretty much the commandment of the Gray Raven unit. And basically you have to assemble cybernetically augmented heroes. Each of the characters actually have their own unique personalities, and there are different variants of the characters, which makes them a lot cooler and more diverse. The different variants can pretty much be obtained through the research system, and each of them are very different from one another. You progress through the story going into the battlefield, pretty much conducting these combat missions and diving deeper into the dark truths of the viral apocalypse. Punishing Gray Raven is a really cool looking game with a really fun actually and engaging story in mankind's endless war to reclaim this post-apocalyptic Earth. It pretty much gives us this dark cyberpunk aesthetic, but keeps the anime style with it. The gameplay revolves around going through stages of different missions where we actually learn about the game's story. You even get to collect all these characters through the story events or through the research system. I got some new characters, and you pretty much also get these materials you can use to upgrade your characters. So there's actually a new S attacking hero called Lucia Alpha, or Lucia Crimson Abyss, in the new limited time research event. Lucia is actually one of the most powerful characters in the game with her really fast attacks and high DPS. She has a really beautiful art style, and her gameplay as well as her action in battle will pretty much surprise you. Lucia is a really great character to play with because she's easy to get used to, and she pretty much cuts through enemies really easily. With the limited time research event, you can have a guaranteed chance to get her if you reach a certain number of pulls. I think that you guys should aim to get her since she's a really strong character right now, and she's pretty much going to be an asset for your team, providing you with lots of damage and high speed attacks. So guys, I actually tried to get the new character, and it took me a while to actually get her. She is a 6-star, so you're gonna have to wait for this orange glow whenever you pull. I actually got a Lucia Alpha a lot earlier on one of my single pulls, but I didn't actually manage to record it. So here I am pulling for more, and pretty much got a few copies of Lucia Alpha, which I can use to upgrade her health, attack, and other stats. And I even leveled her up to the best of my abilities, so at this point, she's pretty much carrying my team. I also basically got a really good 6-star weapon for her, and not only is she really strong, she looks absolutely sick fighting enemies. She has a usual black and red design, but more evolved and more refined to really fit that assassin theme she has. Lucia Alpha's attacks are pretty much lightning fast and feel so smooth to play, especially when you combine all her basic attacks and combo abilities. She also has this really cool sword wave mode where she can pretty much unleash these waves of slash attacks, and I'll be talking more about them later. Compared to her other variants, Lucia Alpha's attacks feel so much faster, and basically they feel like they hit enemies a lot harder, doing tons of damage in seconds. So I'm actually going to showcase some of the gameplay features of Punishing Gray Raven with Lucia Alpha, since she's pretty much a really cool character and obviously she's new. Obviously guys, we form our own teams and progress our characters through leveling up their skills, weapons, levels to pretty much make them a lot stronger. You can pretty much mix and match the characters you have to fit your playstyle, since they all play a lot differently from one another. There's one that's pretty much a healer with crowd control, but can still deal a lot of damage. Then there's one that uses pistols and has this really cool pistol attacks. And then there's one that's like a close range chainsaw character. And then Lucia Alpha is actually more of a high speed sword character that can slash from enemy to enemy pretty quickly. When it comes to wanting to upgrade your characters, you get the materials you need from progressing the exciting story as well as battling challenges. You can naturally get these rewards from the story, and you can also choose different challenges or modes if you want to farm a certain material, like maybe one for weapon upgrades or skill upgrades. You can even equip these things called memories, which pretty much buff your character and give you unique effects when you have a 2 or a 4-piece set on them. Basically, all the abilities and the battle mechanics in the game are really fun. Even though the controls and the mechanics are difficult at first, the game does a pretty good job at explaining these things, and eventually you can pretty much get the hang of it. You have unique basic attacks for each combatant and variant, which makes it really refreshing every time you pick a new character, especially when you get the combo these attacks with your other skills as well as your other party member skills. Obviously, you have your basic attacks, then your combos, then your ultimate ability. They not only look really cool, but they are really fun to play around with. Lucia Alpha has really fast attacks, and her ultimate is actually one of the most beautiful ones in the game. She slashes through enemies, dealing tons of damage. Pretty much the visuals are her ripping through reality, and it looks really sick whenever you get the chance to do so. However, her ultimate actually doesn't do a lot of damage, especially in the end game, so you pretty much use it defensively, like when you want to maybe recover your dodge meter, or maybe use its iframe dodge to basically dodge incoming attacks. I also like the slower mechanic in the game, which pretty much triggers whenever you perfectly evade an enemy's attacks. This brings you into a sort of matrix mode. Time basically stops, and it gives you the chance to unleash all of your attacks. Basically, there are all these other really cool mechanics like dodge, parry, even tagging party members to extend your combos, which can actually be done during your ultimate skill. Lucia has this really cool mechanic where you can turn her attacks into pretty much these sword waves. Basically, you can do this by combining 3 blue orbs and 3 any orbs. This will convert your attacks and all your orbs into sword waves, which look really cool and can hit enemies from farther distances away. Your colored orbs will be converted into gray slashes, and you can use them to attack enemies to deal a lot more damage and a lot more range, which is really good if you want to keep some distance from your enemies. Even when it comes to the enemies, guys, they're really fun to play against. When it comes to the design, you pretty much always get that robotic, evil kind of feeling, since most of what you'll be fighting are these rogue androids, hulking mechs, and a whole lot more. They pretty much have these attack patterns that need some obviously getting used to, and they are really cool and challenging. You really get immersed into the game when it comes to the futuristic story and the robotic enemies. The bosses are really cool to fight against because we pretty much follow the story as the main character, as well as the boss themselves in pretty much the backstory mode. There's actually this new boss that was released with the official version called Rosetta. She's one of Lucia Alpha's old enemies, and she was introduced in this new update where we actually get to fight her at the end of the Frozen Darkness chapter. There are basically different difficulties, but the expert difficulty level brings you so much fun and fierce action battles. Rosetta features this really cool humanoid horse design, and she wields a lance until she pretty much transforms into a humanoid form, where she then basically has these really cool attacks while in the air. She's really sick to fight against, and match that with her exciting electronic soundtrack, it really makes for an intense battle. You can even battle Rosetta in co-op, so you can fight with your friends against this boss. You pretty much get a 5-star weapon shards, which are really good, obviously, to enhance your weapons as well. The whole Frozen Darkness event also features an in-game store where you can redeem various items to upgrade your heroes. Also, you'll be able to farm event currency in different stages and get the opportunity to buy memories. These memories will basically boost your character's damage once you equip and enhance them, so obviously this will make them a lot stronger. The stages are a bit more time consuming, but with the drops and materials they give you, it's pretty much worth it to go out and do it. You can even unlock a A-class hero, Kai Bastion, in the event by card exchanging for free. He has a really unique set of skills when fighting enemies, which you can find out for yourself in the game. So guys, that's pretty much Punishing Gray Raven and what's in the new Frozen Darkness event. It's a really fun game mode with fun mechanics and really has a good story. All the character designs is really well done, and overall this feels like a really solid game and it's really fun to play. Again, guys, the game is launched globally and it features Lucia Alpha as one of the strongest characters in the game for the Rated Up banner for a limited time. So you can download it from the link in the video description, guys. It would support me out a ton. And if you guys enjoyed the game, it would be cool if you leave a like on this video. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And once again, thanks to Punishing Grey Raven for sponsoring this video. Peace.